Hi guys, and welcome back to another tutorial. Today I'm going to be sharing with you one of my favourite ways to colour grade my landscape photos. That's right, I'm going to be sharing with you the secret behind the teal and orange colour grading effect inside Lightroom. And make sure to stick around at the end of this video because I'll show you guys how you can download this preset for completely free. And I'm going to start right now. Now, I love creating a teal and orange colour grading effect, especially for my landscape photos, because it falls into creating a complementary colour harmony. This is where we use two contrasting colours, or colours that are opposite on the colour wheel, to create a more colour balanced image. And I really like it for my landscape photos. Sometimes you can end up with quite a plethora of colours. So if we can unify them into simply two colours, it can really make your photos stand out and create a lot of colour balance within your photo. And I'm going to show you the secrets for how I create my teal and orange effect inside Lightroom. Okay, so this is the photo I'm going to be using for today's tutorial. And what I'll do is open up the Colour Mixer tool first. Now the Colour Mixer tool is split up into three channels. You have your hue, saturation, and luminance. Hue is the type of colour, so red, green, blue, orange, these are hues. But you've also got saturation and luminance as well. Saturation, as you can imagine, changes the amount of colour, so the intensity or purity of that colour, where luminance changes the brightness, how dark or how bright that colour is. I'm going to be using all three to create a teal and orange look inside Lightroom. So let's start off with hue first, and let's drop down to our red channel. Now in our red, what we're going to do is increase that by plus 30. And then drop down those oranges by minus 15. But to make the biggest change, what we're going to do is go for yellow. We'll drop those down by minus 50, as well as the greens by minus 50. That will really convert a lot of the range of colours that you can see in the grass and in the foreground here, and it'll turn it more into that orange look. And we'll need to do the same, especially for the blues, to take more of that tealy look. So what we're going to do is go for the aquas there. We'll go for plus 50 in the aquas, and then minus 30 you can see here in the blues. But in doing so, it can make the photo look a little bit over-saturated. So we'll need to adapt some of the saturation in some of the colour bands just in a second. So once we've done that, what we're going to do is head over to saturation. It's actually a really simple technique for this. All we're going to do is go to our yellows, greens, aquas and blues and slightly change the saturation, bringing more interest, especially to the bottom part of our photo. So we'll go to our yellow here. What we'll do is increase that by plus 25. And it's exactly the same for the green. We'll increase that by plus 25 as well. And because I'm finding the sky a little bit too powerful, what we'll do is we'll drop that down by minus 25 and minus 25 for the aquas and blues. And already that's starting to come out really nicely. There's one more change I want to do. What we'll do is we'll head over to our luminance and basically do the exact same thing. This will add in a little bit more colour contrast, especially to the sky, really bring out the definition in those clouds. So what we'll do is go to the yellows here. We'll increase the luminance by plus 25 and do exactly the same for the green. But we'll do minus 25 in the aquas and minus 25 in the blues. And look at the difference in that sky. That's come out really nice and a good amount of photo contrast and a lot more contrast in the sky because we've darkened those blues. But we're not done quite yet. We need to do one more slider change. So what we'll do is we'll exit out the Colour Mixer tool and we'll drop down to Calibration. Now, Calibration is a totally different tool to Colour Mixer. Colour Mixer works on changing specific colour bands, where the Calibration tool works on changing global colours. Because all colours are made up of three primary colours, red, green and blue, if we actually change the primary colour, we'll change all colours connecting to it, create a bit more of a unifying look. And I really like it. If you would like to know more about colour science and how the actual calibration tool really works, go ahead and watch this video here. It's my masterclass tutorial on understanding colour. So we're only going to change one slider. We'll drop all the way down to where you can see it says blue primary. We've got the hue here, and all we're going to do is slide that over to the left. And I'd recommend changing a range between minus 15 to minus 30. I'm going to go for minus 30 in this photo, but if you want a slightly subtle look, just go for a slightly smaller number. And as you can see, this effect works incredibly well. Now I might add a few mask changes to make the photo stand out a little bit more. So what I might do is head over to my masking panel, go to my linear gradient. I might make the foreground a little bit darker. So I might go to my exposure here and just bring that exposure down just a little bit. So I might drop it down by half a stop there. And then the sky here, I might brighten it up a little bit more. So what I might do is go to a new mask, I'm going to drop down to linear gradient, create a gradient at the top of our image here, as you can see. And I might go ahead and just add in a little bit of brightness to that. Might increase it by about half a stop there. And then what I might also do is go to my texture clarity and dehaze. I might also drop that down by -20 in texture, -20 in clarity, and -20 in dehaze. Adding a little bit more of a softer, more of a subtler look to that sky there. And as you can see, this teal and orange look works incredibly well, especially for landscape photos. So what I can do is show you the before. As you can see, there's quite a range in colour, both in the foreground and background, especially in the blues. And then after there, I am really liking this look. And if you guys would like to download this exact preset, so you don't have to do this every single time, make sure to go to the link in the description where I'm offering this preset for absolutely free. So if you like this look and you want to apply it to the rest of your photos, make sure to go ahead to the link in the description. Here is the before and here is the after. And if this tutorial helped you out, make sure to write it down in the comments below.